Good morning, grand rising, as they would say, because morning is not etymologically. Is that a fucking word? Excuse my language. In roots of etymology, that is not the correct word to use when we talk about inviting in positive energy, good energy. Um, it's too early for that. I told y'all I gotta get a phone stand. But I like this because it shows my authenticity. Like, motherfucker, this life. Everything ain't gonna be perfect, but watch me make it work. And watch me still get a message out. Hello. Boom. So, Neff said something on the lines of, they will literally take 2 to 3 weeks to months in advance to try to execute a planned and or ritual. Now, I'm about to pull cards specifically to shed light on the one I just transmuted and in the process of transmuting. So, of course, there have been people diving in and out of my energy. That's natural when you're a divine feminine, divine masculine, and you're an energy powerhouse. Not everybody has chakras, and not everybody has access to chakras. You got to remember, everybody is not a human being, god or goddess. Some people are low vibrational, parasitic beings that only attach themselves to other things. So, with that being said, I was paying attention. So, of course, this is a moon cycle. You got to remember that. So, when you're gang stalked, or when you're followed, or when you have cults and covens always tracking your whereabouts, their duty is to figure out if what they are doing is working. That's the only reason for real. To one, be low vibrational, to try to throw off your energy to get what they're doing to work and to see if it's working. Now, what happens when you master that art of self-control, calling your power back, raising your energy? 3 cards just flew out and y'all heard that shit, right? Now, I'm going to keep up with the story before I read to y'all what these cards actually say, because it lines exactly, because when you're tapped in, dog, you're tapped in. So I've seen past lovers that have been gang stalkers on my past, people that I've slept with. I was forced into sex trafficking to sleep with men that basically admitted to me they were in the spiritual realm, or, keen to spiritual knowledge. Warlocks, basically. Or demonic ass, low vibrational, energetic attachments in general. So this particular one pulled up to my job. Okay. I remember his earrings, but he wasn't the same size he was when I seen him, which shows the proof of a backfire. And you hear them sirens? Like I said, I'm in the middle of transmuting energy. And his hair was grown back. He had a bald head when I first introduced myself to him, or vice versa, when I first met him. So fast forward, this is a moon cycle. You got to remember, they start maybe a week or 2 in advance, and then they're going to go up to about a week. I want to say 3 days to a week after doing the ritual back to back, back to back. So an individual just followed me on Instagram. I want to say around maybe between the hours of 10 a.m. and 3 a.m. Liked one of my pictures, and his name went by, I think it was like 6 Mile Slim or something like that, right? So I check his page out and I check his YouTube out, and it's nothing but marine entities. He got, Zeus, all that shit, the little, pick, everything. And then he got the soul chosen, blah, 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 Christ consciousness, blah, blah, blah. I'm Yeshua. Yeshua was a Gemini, which is an air sign. He was not water. So let's root this back. You got to understand, when you truly tapped in and connected, you know your divine counterpart. You know the divine masculine. You know the divine feminine. You know someone that is truly touched by God and of light. So it's easy to spot out the fakes. So last night, I get off work, I want to say mid-afternoon to evening. I kept hearing this one particular resident singing. And I'm like, the last time I heard somebody sing out loud was when I was wrongfully admitted to the psych ward as a 5150, or I guess you could say, and I went voluntarily and was changed while I was there. I realized it was a bunch of marine and siren spirits and beings that were harboring those entities, including some of the staff that worked for that hospital, because they were blatantly trying to channel while I was there, because these are sick, low vibrational, energetic, parasitic beings. Some of them ain't even really human. So keep up with me now. So I'm like, I remember that feeling, and I felt my womb like something was snatching from that area. And I'm like, the last time you felt that, when was the last time you felt that? I tried to sleep it off. I was like, oh, no, you just came off your cycle. That might have been what it was. Forgetting, I already know everything that goes down, because you can't fool a divine being that had already been through it. Our job is to teach and to shed light. So I go to sleep and I wake up, and I'm waking up because I'm hearing moaning in my ear. And then I'm seeing myself come across an individual. And then he basically was asking for my address and where I was. You could tell it was lust in his energy and in his essence. So I wake up. I instantly start transmuting. As I wake up, I still hear this bitch out here singing again. So that let me know siren spirits, because siren harboring individuals like to sing and or use music to do their magic, to do their attachment, whatever it is. So I go dead ass in front of her out there and start doing yoga. My job was to just cut the music because I knew what you was doing. You wasn't sneaky, you wasn't slick, you wasn't getting a quick one over me. No, none of that. You were trying to tap into my energy, which you did not have any permission to do, and you were trying to do a love and binding spell. So I look at this person's YouTube that they were attempting to attach and or bind me to, and he only made it March 2nd. So when Neff said they prepare for these rituals times in advance, because they got to do that because they're very powerless. They don't really got no power, and it's not authentic. This is what she meant. Now I'm going to clarify everything I'm saying right here, right now. Warfare, cleanse, battle, fast, spiritual. What's that? Spiritual deities seek higher counsel. Like I said, they were using marine spirits, marine entities and energies. Okay? You got to remember, just because you say you of God or a descendant of God or connected to the Most High source creation does not mean that it's true, and does not mean you actually are tapped into divine energies. You can be tapped into the most powerful demonic source and think you're a God, and you're not, because that's not how gods move. Keep up with me. So like I said, it was a love binding spell. Accept, heart chakra. Accept, give love. Open your heart. Vibrate high. Love is the source of all. Again, like I said, hex, black magic, curse. They were doing love and binding spells. Now, I already just told you these motherfucking words. Excuse my language, because when I'm tapped in, because don't play with a divine being, because we're going to air you out, and we're going to show the world what you're really about. So I just told you, before I read these cards fell out before I went into detail. Do you hear those sirens? Because like I said, when you are true truth, integrity, honor, high vibration, love, light, and you are divinely guided and protected in everything you do, when you tell the truth, when you transmute that energy, oh, that shit gonna go back ASAP. These motherfuckers will watch me transmute the energy and still go playing magic again because they have an entity attachment. They are not humans and they are soulless, empty vessels. So again, they sitting here trying to figure out, why the fuck my magic ain't working? Because your magic was never pure to begin with, and you were never divine to begin with. So when you come across a real divine being, honey, we gonna nip that shit in the bud. We gonna expose you. We gonna flip you. We gonna rattle you. We gonna show you you was never who you thought you were, and you got some spiritual inner work to do to figure out what the fuck you are. "10:44 is just there on the clock as I look down. So give me a couple more angels because I don't want this read super long. Again, satanic ritual. Remove from energy. Transmute that binding spell. Transmute that love spell. Transmute that projection. Sacrifice. Demonic. Again, proven again what I just said. These motherfuckers keep thinking they divine and thinking that they believe in God and thinking they attached to angels. No, you are not. You are a parasite. You have no soul. You lost your soul to that deity you was worshiping. Anytime you commit a sacrifice, anytime you want to take from the next person, anytime you want something that don't belong to you, stop saying you of light because you're not. Anytime you pay a practitioner, because we going to flip your shit and expose you to the world. Stop thinking you tapped in. You tapped in. You just ain't tapped into God, baby. And this is proof. Get fresh air, meditation, breathe, go outside, transmute the energy. Again, like I said, play with something safe, but stop playing with true chosen and divine beings and individuals, because you're going to really hurt yourself. Like for real, for real. You're not just warring against these empty beings. You're warring against the entities and deities attached. I realized that when I shared myself with somebody that was a Luciferian and another one that was a Satanist. Because I did it out of pure love for the simple fact of wanting to heal. Because again, everybody can fake like they attach to divine sources and really be attached to the most chaotic, demonic kind that's just mimicking. You got to realize they study humanity. They study divinity. They know who God is very well. They know what God look like. It's not hard to mimic until you come across the real ordeal and they transmuting and showing you, oh shit, I was dark this whole time. Yes. And I realized me sharing myself with those individuals was me sharing myself with those entities. So I had to call my power back and detach from not only just those beings and people, but those entities. So now you get a woman like me, divine feminine like me, an earth angel like me, that can sit and come to YouTube and tell you step by step what's happening to you and exactly how to clear it. How do I know this? Because I've been through it. Going through it. Transmuting it. Exposing it. Hell no, I ain't the first, but I'm the first one to come with all the tools that's necessary to actually show you step by step what is happening as it's happening. Stop playing in people's energetic field. Stop playing in their aura. Stop playing with the simple fact that you want something that does not want you. And do you think you're going to do everything in the world in the dark to try to get that being? It don't work like that, honey. Some of us really divine and got protectors out here. I don't give a fuck how much money you got and what practitioner you pay. This is why we got the energetic tools. This is why we can see into higher realms. This is why we can use tarot cards to know the truth and come reveal the truth. 1:44 on the clock as I'm talking. Stop playing with us. Ain't nothing coming out this deck. This read is done. thank you for all those that tapped and tuned in. I hope you use your intuition and rise to higher consciousness to know what is happening and or going around you and to be above it, to transmute it, to awaken. When I do a read, honestly, it's just confirming. I already know what the fuck going on in this world. I already know what's happening because I've been through it too many times. When you have a omnipresent, you can see everything, you can feel everything, you can hear everything. Your gifts are limitless. They go beyond this realm. Nobody can gauge it. I'll be back with another one.